So what does that tell us? Therefore, do what? Walk in love. And if I draw your attention to 1 John, what did 1 John say? He said, God is love. God is love. Be imitators of what? Be imitators of God. And do what? Walk in love. So what does that tell us about the definition of love? It means that love is God. It means that when we position ourselves to start loving, we are positioning ourselves to become like God. And that is actually where the heart of God lies. And how can we realize this? And that's what verse 2 speaks about. It said, walk in love, just as Christ also loved you and gave himself up for us as an offering and a sacrifice to God as a fragrant aroma. Walk in love. But brothers, I must also tell you that while we are looking at the word love, we must be mindful of the narratives of the earth. We must be mindful of the earth narrative of what love is. What did we say? That God is love. If God is love, and then if you look at the adjective classification of God, is that what? Holy, holy, holy. Superlative holy. What does that mean? That even love in itself, as the nature of God, is holy. But guess what? The classification of love in our world today is what? Is lust and sex. Lust and sex are the major drivers of the definition of our love today. Our love today is not self-giving. It's not self-sacrifice. It's not it has nothing to do with what Christ did. The classification of our love today is, oh, let me do something so that you can give me something in return. And then it is driven and fueled by lust and sex. So I meet a lady. Helena, you're so beautiful today. I love the way you did this whole ornament thing. So I meet a lady, and then I tell her how beautiful she is. And probably because of that, I'm moved to share resources. My resources with that lady. And the next thing is that I want a reciprocal of what I have done. And what will I ask for? Show it to me.